Hello everyone and welcome back to a new episode of the Modern Starter Home. You are back with Simmingwithabbi, and today we are continuing with the interior of the house, adding in some additional fabrics to the bed as you just saw, and I'm also adding in some more homey things. So today in this episode we're pretty much just going to be adding in lots of little homey accents such as wallpaper in places that needs it. In the Get to Work expansion pack, there is the new photography skill, which is pretty cool. And I am actually going to go ahead and incorporate that into the house by adding in lots of homey pictures. Well, I might just add the frames and then have the sim, once the sim continues in their photography career, she can go ahead and add in lots of her personal photographs. So I was trying to find the cheapest paintings and wall accents and pictures that I could find, and I was struggling because a lot of them are just like kiddie drawings and they're not colourful, they're boring, or they're humongous, or it just wasn't working. So I was quite limited as far as what I could put on the wall. So here I thought it would be kind of cool to have a trim around the house, but then I realised how expensive adding a trim is to the house, and it really took my money down. So I was like, hold on a minute, let's just cancel this idea and let's not do a trim anymore. So that put me back at 3,000 simoleons. So we've got 3,000 simoleons. Well, actually, technically, we've only got 1,000 simoleons left to make a 20k house, since I started off with 22k. So that 1,000 simoleons needs to kind of just stretch where we can. So I wanted to put in that nice big ottoman that I know we can find in, I believe it's in the chairs folder or file, but I think it was a little bit too expensive, so I went ahead and put in that small ottoman instead. As you can see, we went ahead and placed that TV in the wall in the last episode. If you haven't seen the last episode, go ahead and click the link down below in the description box. It is there for you guys to go ahead and watch. I enjoyed the last episode, actually. Here I'm actually just playing around to see what I can throw in and what would look cool. I kind of tried to combine the couches and the ottomans and things like that. When you have the move object sheet, there really is no limits as far as what you can do with decor and that kind of stuff. Now, what you're going to see also, you did see me put that TV in the wall, but I did in the final house that is available, the TV is slightly pushed out a little bit more because it was pushed in too far and the Sims were having issues trying to turn it on. They were saying, oh, they can't get to it. So I had to pull it out just a little bit. So you can see the frame a little bit more. When you purchase the house, you'll see it like that. Then I added in the debug just so that I could have a couple homey things such as a glass. The thing is with the debug is that if you use some of the kitchen-y objects, obviously, they're going to go stale. And in the last series, I did mention that, you know, if you have the kitchen items, like the pans and stuff, the sim will go ahead and clean it up. So, one thing I did find a way around it is if you type in empty, then it should come up with, like, empty glass or, like, empty bowl. I think there's only 2 or maybe 3. And you'll be able to go ahead and just throw those in there and the sim won't clean it up. Well, my sim hasn't cleaned it up and it hasn't gone stale, so yeah, that's an option. So at this point I decided to go ahead and put in the photograph frames for the photography the photography skill, just simply because I want my sim to kind of put lots of homey things in there, homey pictures, selfies and group selfies and more selfies and selfies and selfies and stuff, that kind of family photos, you know what I'm saying, kind of just remember the moments. So I kind of made a collage wall right there for her to just express herself. I do like it much better with the frames, so I did actually go ahead and go back into live mode and have my sim add the frames in, just so I could make sure that the alignment was correct. Then I thought having a nice big plant pot in the bedroom would be good too, rather than these little tiny little plants that I normally have. While doing this series, I discovered that resizing a mirror is not an option. Whatever size the mirror is whatever it is. You cannot make it bigger or smaller because the actual mirror part doesn't resize. Here I'm adding in another rug, just so she's nice and cozy when she's pulling out her clothing. So it's not so bare out there. I accidentally made it a little bit too close to the house there, but It does look nice. So we're adding in some planters originally, but they were too expensive, and we only had 71 simoleons left to make a 20k house. So basically, if someone bought this house, they would literally have 0 funds left, which, you know, that's what they work for. They wouldn't even be able to make any food, now that I think about it. They wouldn't even be able to, like, cook anything, because it costs at least 15 simoleons to cook stuff. So I went ahead and added in these pink flowers as well along the side. I thought I would delete that last little rack just to give myself a little bit more money. I knew I wanted to have some rocks in front of the house and like a little pathway, but I could not afford the rocks. As you can see, I've already gone over the 20k by about 20 simoleons. So I do delete something. I cannot remember what it is that I deleted, but I do delete something so that it ends up only being 20k. So now I'm just adding in a pathway in front of the house. I did actually want the pathway to go all the way around to the back, but then I remembered that I don't have a back door in the house, so it really doesn't make any sense because I have to come out the front door anyway to get to the back. But I may actually make like a nice little back patio area where they can sit and barbecue and all that other stuff, if they can afford it, or once I've gone past my 22k simoleons, then and they get more money, then I'll definitely upgrade the house for sure, because they need so much more. This house barely has anything in it, but that's what the start house is about, I guess, just about having your starting elements, and as you make some more money you can kind of just spruce it up a bit more. So next I went ahead and added in a roof. I didn't really get too imaginative with the roof. I thought it would be nice to just have kind of like a half-gabled opposite half-gabled roof and just leave it at that, and then just make the wood pattern really dark. Okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and end this series right here. We have our 20k starter house. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you guys want to download this 20k house, you can go ahead and download it. It is under hashtag Simmingwithabbi if you search in the gallery. Very easy to find. And in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and do some additional edits with the final 2k that we have. And we're going to go ahead and add in some more additional homey things and adjust the exterior some more as well, because it's really bland. But when you broke, you broke. You can't really do much about it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. If you are brand new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, because you have plenty more videos to come. And I will see you guys very, very soon in part 4 finale. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.